Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're gonna do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
Well, Heidi-ho there, folks. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Dogson, with my buddy, Kev Hagen-Duggan.
Who wants to see the schedule?
Let's not forget Kyle the Coach Duggan.
Schedule release is like the draft is fun. The rookie camp's fun. Once you get the schedule out, now all our work can start. We can start planning trips. What games are we going to? What prime times we got? What's your guys' prediction on how many primetime games we got?
I'm gonna go 7. give me 7.
Give me 10. Justin Herbert. We're going half the schedule.
We're only playing on Mondays. We're only Monday night games this year.
Except okay.
Except for Friday. We'll go Friday. We know that's week 1 for sure.
We know that's week
then
1
it's Monday nights every day after that.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll say 4, just to be the yin to Kevin's Raging Yang.
Raging Yang, there's your title.
Well, folks, I think we've tried to schedule this with the schedule coming out like pretty close to when we start doing this. So, do we have an update, Kevin?
Hold on 1 sec. Oh shit! Oh my god, dude. Yep.
All right, let's go to it right now. Everybody, stop what you're doing. Everybody, shut up.
Shut up.
Doing something.
Shut up, Betty.
Oh my god.
Minecraft. What?
La 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 lava. Chicken.
My kids are gonna love this, dude.
Oh
my sons are
god.
gonna lose it. I'm gonna have to ask them what all the hidden nuggets are.
I know.
All right, so Chiefs in Brazil. We saw that.
What are they doing?
They're making the portal.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Raiders Week 2 Monday Night Football.
Holy crap.
What? We go Friday, long week, right into a Monday.
So Broncos Week 3 is our home game. That's our home opener.
Prime time.
Wait. Oh, so week 2 is at Vegas.
Week 2 is at the Raiders.
Raiders.
The Giants Week 4. Oh my God, we're gonna have to rewatch this. There's too much happening here.
Yeah, like what's that?
Oh, it's Saquon Barkley.
Saquon, the ghost of Saquon Barkley. Oh my God.
Commanders Week 5. All right. All the pigs.
Dolphins.
At the Dolphins Week 6.
Dang, with
Mike McDaniel jumping off
trip.
the boat.
Thanks, Mike.
Absolutely. Thank you. Go get him, Mike. Hustle in there.
Colts Week 7. Okay.
Who their quarterback is, no one knows.
It's all their quarterback.
Oh, that's so funny.
Gonna start.
In the Pat McAfee suite. Oh my God, I can't wait to watch. Oh, Thursday Night Football, Vikings Week 8. Okay.
It's a lot of prime time, dude.
3 prime time so far.
So far.
I'm keeping track. I got them up.
That one's at home. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah. Titans Week 9.
Week 9. Is that good or bad for us? We want to go to that game.
We'll have to check the schedule. Sunday Night Football Week 10. That's 4, baby.
4.
Let's
That's at home
freaking
as well.
go. That is at home.
Whoa.
Oh my God, there's too many funny things.
Yeah.
Jaguars Week 11. Duval.
Bye week. Well,
Justin Fisher.
By Week 12. That's good, dude.
That's a good bye week.
My God. That's my guy.
Raiders Week 13. Okay.
Off the bye. Nice.
Pete Carroll.
Roomba.
And the clowns. Always got to get into the clowns. And the creeper.
You died.
Another Monday Night Football.
Dude. 5 prime time.
Wow.
That's another one at home. That's 3 at home.
Wow.
Chiefs 15.
15.
Dude, we get him at the beginning and near the end. That's
They're
crazy.
back from the portal.
Oh, the Eagle beat him.
That was good.
Cowboys. Oh, man.
Taking shots. Oh,
And
we
the
finished up
Texans.
where we ended last year.
Wow.
Another
Rematches.
Saturday?
Unamos.
Oh, is that a Saturday game, maybe?
It said Saturday Showdown.
Maybe.
And then
Prime time?
last game at Broncos.
Wow. Yeah,
Let's
1, 2,
go.
3, 4, 5.
5. Well done, Chargers.
Damn, Chargers. Way to freaking
Did it
go.
again. I'm
Now
gonna
everyone
spend
go
3
do
hours
your work
watching
and
this.
find all the nuggets so we don't have to.
Please. Oh, the Ian Rappaport Jordan Schultz fight.
Lava. Uh-oh.
Celebrating in the room.
Throwing popcorn everywhere. Oh, my
I love the
freaking
Bolts.
God.
Oh, dude.
Wow. What a freaking schedule release.
Oh,
Chargers.
Did themselves.
This social media team is batting 1,000 for the past 4 or 5 years now. This is so freaking good. Way to tap into what every family has been watching probably these last months.
Yeah.
The freaking Minecraft movie.
I think it comes out today too, like streaming platforms.
Does it?
I think so. I think they know what they're doing.
My son
Kevin
already
pre-ordered
called me. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. here in Romania, and my kids already called me like, "Hey, Dad, can I get the?" Like, yes, just do what you want.
Just order it.
Yeah,
Dude.
Just
dude.
I'm going to
Take
bed.
my money. Stop
I'm
it.
going to bed. I'm waiting for this release. Doing a podcast, and I'm going to bed. But go ahead, buy it.
Dude, so wait, were there 5 primetime games?
Yeah.
Wow. That
And
is
a great way to start the season with that much break. So we have a Friday game and then a Monday, week 2.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, buddy.
So our first home opener is going to be week 3.
Week 3.
We're going to try to make that work. We got to check our schedules here, folks. So we're not going to put any paper to pen quite yet. But that is awesome to see our home opener. And that's going to be a division game too. Home opener against the Broncos, baby. Come on. Let's freaking go. And dude, the thing that I'm very happy about, Chargers get their bye week 12.
Yeah,
That
Let's
never
freaking
happens. It's
go.
always like week 6 or 7 or something.
Yeah,
shit
last year
like
we
that.
got
We're
the
always
first
like
bye
early.
week. It sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can finally have that bye week to look forward to, week 12.
Yeah.
I be that.
But it's just crazy. 1, 2, 3. Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos. We're going to be 3-0 in the AFC West,
Raiders,
guys, by,
oh my
by
God.
week 4. Who'd have thought?
Halfway
I
there.
freaking love this. I love that. Wow. Yeah. AFC West opponents first 3 weeks. That's crazy.
Here, we're going. This is live. We're doing this live. I'm sharing something real quick. I got the image file. We got the breakdown. Let's do this. We're doing
Okay.
it. We're doing it live.
All right.
No, that's not our line. Give me 2.
Utah. Give me live.
All right, there it is.
Okay. Yeah. Let's look at this bad boy. Let's break this down. My God. So yeah, Broncos is our home opener. And then Vikings Thursday Night Football. That's going to be fun. So
Yeah.
let's see.
So we got
1,
Friday,
2.
Monday, Sunday, Thursday. Okay. I can
So
remember that.
outside of the Raiders game, and I guess technically the Brazil game, all the primetime games are going to be at SoFi.
Yeah, we have 3. We have 3 home primetime games, right? Because
Yeah.
the Texans is no,
We
the
got-
Texans isn't prime.
We got the Vikings on Thursday, we got the Steelers on Sunday, and the Eagles on Monday.
Yeah.
Crazy,
And the Texans
dude.
and the Broncos are TBD. Would not surprise me if at some point later on in the year, if those get flexed into primetime games,
Yeah.
especially the Broncos, because then that's an AFC West opponent right there.
So my original prediction of 7, I think, is realistic.
It can still stand. We'll have to
Not
come
all
back
the Monday
to this.
night games, but we did get a few. Got 2. Utah.
Oh God, there it is. All right, with that, I gotta go.
All right. All right. Well, we're going to try to get Kyle back here near the end of the episode, but he's got a lot going on, folks. He's working through stuff, so let him go.
Yeah.
We'll see you in
All
a
right,
few.
boys. See you in a little bit.
See you, bud. All right. So we got to let Kyle, the coach, Duggan go, but there's still so many things to talk about here, folks. Prior to that awesome schedule release, I'm going to be basking in that for the rest of the day.
Happy that they're continually being good at doing these.
Yeah.
Like they should have fallen off by now. There should have been some kind of, lapse
swing
in
and a
judgment
miss.
or something went wrong.
Judgment.
But they've been doing it right the whole time. And it's so layered. It's like a really delicious lasagna. And I want to go to Buca de Beppo. I'm going back and I'm eating that shit. I'll do it tonight.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it is amazing how they've just continuously done amazing. But like I said, there's other things to talk about here, folks. For example, shockingly, it has been shown that YouTube will exclusively stream the Friday night Week 1 game of the 2025 NFL season in Sao Paulo, Brazil on September 5th to a worldwide audience on YouTube and YouTube TV. And this marks the first exclusive NFL game to be streamed live and for free in its entirety on YouTube.
Whoa.
The free thing is honest. One, awesome. Two, that is crazy. Like,
dude,
there's so many games that they're like exclusively on this one streaming platform that you got to sign up for at least a fucking month to watch this goddamn game. And no, it's like, watch it. It's free.
It's
for you.
It's, man, I think it is so important to get eyes on our team. Like the only real time you're really getting proper eyes on your team is when you're in a primetime game. And this is a different level. This isn't like Amazon Prime or whatever. This is YouTube, dude.
Yeah.
This is like, let's go down to Brazil, play our best game, look impressive as hell, beat the Chiefs, and then walk out of there with a few extra fans.
Yeah.
Sign me up for all of that.
I mean, I'm just so happy this isn't like because like YouTube TV, God bless you, YouTube TV, you ain't cheap. All right. And I'm already like sweating like, God, all right, I got to sign up for a month of YouTube TV and I better remind myself to cancel it afterwards. And it's like, no, now you just get to watch it for free.
Yeah.
For free.
At least one
free
game.
For nothing. I love that. I'm so happy that they made that decision. Thank you, YouTube, and giving us this gift, this early gift. Appreciate that. The other thing that came out recently is that they showed all of the miles that will be traveled by teams. Now, last year, I'm pretty sure the Chargers traveled the most.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have an overseas game.
No.
We just had to keep bouncing back and forth from one side of the country to the other.
Yeah.
And guess what? We get to run it back and be the most freaking traveled team in the NFL for 2025, traveling over 37,000 miles, comparatively to the Cincinnati Bengals, who only got to travel less than 9.
Well, this is a little inflated because that first game is like thousands of miles. So I think all these top teams are the ones that have to go overseas. I think that's what this is.
Maybe.
I know a lot of these teams are going overseas. They have to. I know Jacksonville is for sure.
Either way, we're over 3,000 miles than the next team down.
It's not good. I don't
a lot
like
of travel.
this. It's not good. I know firsthand what it does to you unless you're like just the cabin pressure being in a plane just messes with people. Luckily, this first game isn't in a different time zone. It's like we're basically 2 hours off. It's not like they're going to Europe where it's like where I am, which is 10 hours from LA time. Like that's a nightmare. It's 3:30 in the morning for me right now. For them, they're just going south, a little southeast. So if you're gonna go do an international game, I think this is
to the left,
down and to the left. This is the down and to the right,
down to the right. Sorry.
But yeah, I think it's a great way to get it out of the way week 1. Go down there early, make a trip of it. It's like when Harbaugh took his guys to Rome, wherever they went to like become Spartans and for Notre Dame. I can't remember I think they went to Rome. Do that and document it so we can all live vicariously through the 2 weeks that you're down there celebrating and getting ready to kick the shit out of the Chiefs.
Well, I do hope that is the case, because I do remember seeing, and I can't remember if we talked about it on the show or not, that Netflix was doing some kind of documentary specifically for the Chargers.
Yep.
If that is all included, freaking let's go.
I need more news on that, because I'm so excited for that. Like that was the hard knocks we should have had.
Yeah,
like with the hard knocks we had to share, and now we're getting a whole season to ourselves.
Yeah, a Chargers documentary specifically on Netflix. I hope that's true, and I hope that we get to hear more about that soon.
Yeah.
But yes, Chargers are going to be racking up the frequent flyer miles for sure this next season. Some other interesting news that came out. We've all been wondering what has been going on with Asante Samuel Jr. Is he coming back? Is he even going to play? Is he hurt? What did he do? What's going on?
Yourself.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Jeremy Fowler tweeting out that Asante Samuel Jr., one of the top free agent corners in this year's class, is waiting to sign with a new team after undergoing neck surgery in April, per sources. Samuel visited with the Saints. No surprise there with Kellen Moore and Brandon Staley. Has a checkup in early July, after which he will reconvene with several interested teams. Samuel plans to return to the field for the 2025 season.
But this April was after the season was over. So he had a neck problem, didn't fix it.
Well,
and then
that's the thing. Is it April this year or April last year? Because we didn't see him play any ball last year. So did he have neck surgery last April? And I'm
guessing this April, based on this, that they I don't know. Have said something.
There's still more questions.
This doesn't help anything. This just makes it more confusing.
It does at least let us know that he had a neck surgery that needed to happen. Whether it was last April or this April, I guess it's unclear. But but to know now that, because the Chargers just didn't say anything about what was going on with ASJ. So we were just, as fans, left in the dark going like, what is going on with him? Is he still with the team? Like, does he still work here? Like, what's going on? So to now at least know that there was a neck injury of some sort that required some kind of surgery, we can at least know some of that. And I'm sure we'll probably hear more if he does sign with the team.
He's not going to be with us, though.
But he will definitely not be with us. Yeah, it's already saying he's going to sign with a new team.
Yeah,
for sure. Done. So, Godspeed, Mr.
Weird
ASJ.
fizzle. The weirdest fizzle out of leaving a team I've ever seen.
Just
good
the
luck
strangest, yeah. There's a quote here on Harbaugh on Zion Johnson, talking about him taking some center snaps, and Harbaugh said they're popping up. When it comes to athleticism with Zion, he's probably our most athletic lineman, probably our smartest. If we were to take an SATs test or football test, he's going to be starting at one of those two positions, either guard or center.
Well, that solves a lot of the speculation that we were going to have. So it's either we're just got to figure out who that extra person is. That's pretty much it. Is it Bradley Bozeman? Is it
James?
Andre
James?
Like who's playing that right guard? Like, hopefully it's not a Trey Pipkins situation on the other side. But
right.
Well, we'll see. They clearly have confidence in Zion, and he's going to play either center
or is it our newest rookie, Benson Taylor?
Could be. Who knows?
Guard position. So
who Bradley Bozeman could be guard. Who knows?
Competitors welcome. Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see it. It's nice having 3 locked up. Please sign Rashawn Slater. So that's not a lie.
Yeah, that would not a lie.
But I'm feeling good about our don't lie. Sorry, I'm not trying to. I had a moment.
And then the last bit of news that came out, this is I don't want to call it speculative because there are people that are being quoted about this, but there are sources saying that the Browns, Chargers, Commanders, Saints, Steelers to unveil new alternate helmets in July And the speculation is for the Chargers that they are going to be the just full navy colored helmets, probably to go with their navy color rush uniform.
And that's what I want.
And
that's what I want. I won't quote you, boy. You ain't said shit, as the song goes. But give me that navy. That's all I want.
There you go. Yeah, I think because I mean, I've seen some speculation as far as like what, different color rush outfits for the Chargers could be. I mean, I've seen people want the royal blues. I don't think that's quite the right look. The thing about the alternate helmets.
It's the LT Harbaugh. It's the LT Harbaugh. They have pictures of him wearing that helmet.
Yes.
They're wearing that helmet. It makes too much sense.
The thing with that helmet, I mean, I 100% agree that it needs to be with the color rush uniform. I want to see that helmet, white jersey, navy pants, lightning bolts on the side. I want that old Charger uniform. I want that combo. Like, makes sense with the color rush. But give me a navy helmet, navy pants, white jersey. Give me that combo.
And I like combo. I'm of the thought, and I'm happy. I was so happy when we went full back to powder blue. It was a big day for me. I was thrilled about it.
It was a big day.
It was a big day for me. And I'm not going to, like, now that we've had it for like 8 years or whatever, I'm not going to be like, all right, it's time to we need to change it up. Like, no, we don't need to change it up. Powder blue is the shit. But navy on navy on navy is going to look so mean in one of these primetime games.
It will look vastly better than the white helmet with a navy bolt.
And which was the one that we haven't won in yet? Was it the?
It's the navies.
Well, fix that shit.
Here we go. They were like, here's your problem. You've been wearing the wrong stupid ass helmet.
Been the wrong helmet this whole time. What are you guys doing?
Square peg in a round hole. What are you doing here?
Come on.
So there you go, folks. Some fun things to look forward to. I mean, it's all coming together, folks. We got a schedule. We got some possibly new helmets. We got possibly new center. We're traveling like shit, and it's going to be a crazy year for
Our
the
pets'
Chargers.
heads are staying on.
They're staying on, folks. I'm not letting this head go anywhere, and I'm not letting you go anywhere before you hear about joining us over at Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Come by, check out all the fun, silly videos we got going on over there. Unless recently we have had a little bit of a technical hiccup, but that's not our fault. That's Patreon. But if you come on over there, join at the $10 level, get one of these sweet babies over at patreon.com/ChargerChat. But if you don't want to go over there, it's totally fine. Go on over to our regular website, ChargerChat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. Chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section. Ask questions and ask Boltfam. Go check out ChargerChat.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. It means the world to us. We'd love you so long. Such a long time if you hit that subscribe button.
How can you not now?
So, time to go on to the next segment. You know them, you love them. It's the Craig Experience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in, man. Kick your feet up.
Oh.
Craig Experience.
Hello there.
Make yourself at home. Got some stuff to talk about, right? Moving on.
Howdy do, folks. How we doing out there? Me? I'm good. Turned 42 just over a week ago, and also got to go to a really awesome concert the week prior to that. Had a little bit of a weekend getaway, just me and the wife without the boys. And of course, had an opportunity to enjoy the draft. And man, was there a lot to take away from it. Now, currently I'm dealing with draft withdrawals. So basically the way that I'm getting around that is by digging in a bit deeper to the guys that the Chargers selected just a few days ago. So with that being said, I'd love to talk to you about some of them. And where are my manners? Of course, CC Gang, the biggest of salutes, and to the rest of the Boat fam. What's going on with you? It's your guy Craig in Texas, and welcome to this first post-draft edition of the TCE. Let's get into it. Okay, so what I will say about this year's draft is it wasn't really like the initial, and I don't want to call it a letdown because that's not what it was, but most of us fans wanted the Chargers to attack the passing game last year with another weapon for Justin Herbert, namely Malik Neighbors for me, because, you know, there's the fact that I'm from Louisiana and he was a fantastic college player, phenomenal wide receiver. And he has had a tremendous rookie year as well with that nonsense that they had in the quarterback room there in New York. So it tells you what kind of player he was. But we should have all kind of paid attention to the fact that Harbaugh and Ortiz told us what direction they wanted to go to or in for months, literally. Harbaugh called offensive lineman weapons, you know, whole tip of the spear thing. So when they selected Joe Alt in the first round, I don't think any of us were shocked per se, but it was just our first experience with, you know, a Harbaugh-led team, Joe Ortiz-led organization. Now, I mean, we should, again, be familiar with his style and their game because we've watched it everywhere else they've been. So, you know, a key indicator of future performance is that of the past, right? So this year, though, I don't think we were as thrown for a loop because drafting a running back in the first round is such a Harbaugh thing, right? You know, right after offensive lineman. But for me personally, I was looking for more of an easy button for Justin Herbert again. And because the tight end is such an important position in this particular offense, I wanted Colston Loveland. He was my tight end 1. But then when he went to the Bears at 10, mine completely blown because I didn't see that happening there early. Wasn't surprised that he went ahead of Tyler Warren. Again, he was my tight end 1, so I'm not shocked that the NFL saw it similarly. But then Warren definitely wasn't going to fall all the way down to 22. So you just kind of had to figure at that point they pivot. But they still needed interior defensive line help because Poona Ford is now across the hallway with the Rams. And, you know, Khalil Mack isn't getting any younger. And, you know, behind him, Bud Dupree's no spring chicken. And you got Thule on the other side. So it's slim pickings after Thule when we're talking about the edge room. So at that point, it's like, okay, defensive line or edge. It's probably what's going to happen, right? But no. They went running back again, first round. And we know how the consensus feels about like the top 2 picks in general. Omarion Hampton, who, you know, I'm not really the biggest fan of comps, but he reminds me of a mesh between like Jonathan Taylor of the Colts and Texans running back Joe Mixon. He has a little bit of each of their games. So if you want my opinion on who he kind of resembles, it's like a mashup of those 2 dudes. And then there's Trey Harris in the second round, who reminds me a lot of former LSU great in like the 2004 first round selection of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Michael Clayton. But my personal favorite picks were some of the less lauded guys, and I feel like they could pay off in a major way. So let's get into them specifically. First up is number 86 overall in round 3, Jamari Caldwell, the defensive tackle out of Oregon. Now, again, I feel like Harbaugh and Ortiz have continuously clubbed us in the head about what they value in the trenches, and that is size and power, really over everything else, first and foremost. So them not getting a natural interior pass rusher doesn't necessarily shock me, although there was that run on guys like Walter Nolan and Derek Harmon, who I think would have actually been the pick had the Steelers not taken him. So this, again, like sort of forced the Chargers to pivot to like their next best player available and go a different route. And that's how, you know, we end up with Caldwell. Now, in his current form, you know, Jamari's a 2-gap and nose tackle at over 330 pounds. But he also has like really abnormal quickness and balance for his size. That's in part due to the role that he played during his time as a Houston Cougar prior to his transfer over to Oregon. So in those days, he was more of a penetrating 3-tech. But as a Duck, he packed on some tonnage and essentially morphed into the block-eating pocket pusher we see today. But 2 of my favorite attributes that he possesses has got to be, number 1, the ability to win the leverage battle off the snap. And that's especially important because if you can deny any surge by the interior on A and B gap runs, you've pretty much smothered any opportunity for them to pop for more than 1 or 2 yards unless the running back is superhuman. And then number 2, while he's mostly a pocket pusher, as opposed to like the pure interior pass rushers of the world, he's really shown the ability to win with quickness off the line of scrimmage. And he can even get skinny, that's right, as a 330 pounder. I know that sounds crazy. But he has the ability to still split double teams and get into the backfield. Now, to those of you watching on YouTube, have you seen this rep? A 300-pound defensive lineman shouldn't be able to line up as a 5 technique and pull off a spin move with this level of fluidity and effectiveness. Dude is unreal, and I love his game. All right, sorry, not sorry, but I'm going to cheat a little bit here and double up. But that's because the Chargers might have pulled another 2-for-1 in the 5th round in back-to-back years. But this time, they went the route, no pun intended, I promise you, of grabbing 2 receiving threats and Keandre Lambert-Smith and Oronde Gaston II. Now, as far as KLS is concerned, wide receiver, went to Auburn. Remember those deep shots to Tyron Johnson and, to a lesser extent, Jalen Guyton once upon a time? Well, folks, we might be back. Those play action moonballs for 50 plus are about 4 to 5-ish months away from being resurrected to at least some degree. Now, KLS really flew under the radar mostly because of the subpar play at Auburn. Say that 3 times fast. But guess what? He never really has to worry about that again now, does he? There's not going to be that constant annoyance of being consistently underthrown, off target, the hospital balls. That's not really going to be a thing because Herbert is super accurate and we know about the arm. Those days are over. He couldn't have ended up in a better situation, in my opinion. And as far as a route runner, I really love the way he tempos his releases and how he transitions into those stems and breaks. This really makes life hell for corners because a guy that can do that also possesses sub 4.4 speed, puts the fear of God into DBs concerned with being stacked and beat deep. And so this opens up opportunities underneath. Now, some of his best work, if you are curious, actually came in the SEC against opponents like Texas A&M, Alabama, and Georgia. So he loves stepping up under the biggest of lights. Now, adding to all of that, he's surprisingly adept at making acrobatic high difficulty catches. Some of those even in contested situations. So then his ability to stretch the field is going to make life for Ladd and potentially QJ that much easier. And oh, by the way, Sanjay Lal apparently really likes him. So take that for what it's worth. And then there's Oronde Gaston II, who's the tight end out of Syracuse. Now, you know the basics. He's the son of a former NFLer, Oronde Gaston Sr., and you know the measurables. Dude's 6'5", 243 pounds. But what you may not know is that he's only played tight end for 2 to 3 seasons since converting from wide receiver. So he's definitely still learning. But his game kind of sort of reminds me a little of 2nd round draft pick and also son of a former NFLer, Hall of Famer in that case, Mason Taylor. But Gaston has a little bit more athleticism and juice to him. Honestly, I see a little bit of former Charger tight end wide receiver hybrid Ladarius Green, to be completely honest with you. But moving right along, we're not living in the past. I'm a big fan of his ability to adjust to poorly thrown balls and also winning at the catch point, which will make him a highly valuable asset in the red zone. And I know you might have some argument here depending on who you talk to, but his blocking isn't as bad as I thought it'd be. It's still not great, but he isn't a complete liability. But something else that Gaston does a really good job at is finding open space and making himself available to the QB on busted and extending plays. So he doesn't really get stuck in the mud, standing in one spot, not knowing where to go. So a bigger body like that being on the move and making himself open, invaluable. And also, lastly, but definitely not least, Harbaugh told him on his intro call that he has an immediate plan for him. So if I had to guess what that would be, it's probably as a split Y. He's going to be a seam threat that'll also be a top 2 read in the passing game once the offense crosses the 20 and into the red zone. Just makes sense to me. So originally the plan was to drop 3 guys, but like I said, gave you a little bit of lanyap there on the last one with 2 in the 5th round because, thanks Chargers. So we're going to move on to the number 4 guy here, and that is our 6th round pick, number 214, RJ Mickens, the safety from Clemson. Now, I think we could be looking at another Tar Heel type still just at the safety position. Now, I don't necessarily mean that that's going to happen year 1, but, I think there's an opportunity for him to be a starter in the distant future, not super distant, maybe this year, depending on how things work. You never know with injuries, but different conversation to have. But if the name RJ Mickens sounds familiar, specifically the last name, you guessed it, it's another former NFL player's son. There's a reoccurring theme here. Now, what I really like about Mickens is he's like the model of versatility from the safety position, because the kid can line up in the box and help you in the run game and man up tight ends, or you can trust him as a split or single high safety because of his fluidity and instincts and coverage. He had nearly an even split between deep and box snaps last year. So like I said, adept at both. The spatial awareness and his understanding of angles, I mean, it almost always keeps him in the play or around the ball. So it's something that, just can't be learned. He just has it. It's an innate ability to always be around the ball, which puts in position to make plays. And he's going to be a special team standout in his rookie campaign. But like I said before, don't be surprised, like in 2026, if he's part of those famous 3 safety sets on defense, because keep in mind, this is also the last year of Alohi Gilman's contract. And I just really like Mickens as a player overall. The fact that he lasted until the 6th round, I'm not sure what that was about. I mean, he's not perfect by any means, but a player that gives you that, type of versatility, plays with those level of instincts, comes downhill in the running game and willing to smack running backs. He just has that fearless way about him. Those guys tend to go a little bit earlier, but, everybody else's loss is the Chargers' gain. So thanks. And also, thanks to you all for tapping in with me. Now, if you want full breakdowns for each of the Bolt's 9 draft picks, feel free to check out the recap we did on the Lightning Round podcast. It's a little over 2 hours worth of nerding out about, things like hand placement, route stems, stalk blocking, pressing the line of scrimmage, all that jazz, if you're into that sort of thing. But until the next time, you know who it is, Mr. Boltganger Do Not Bang, a.k.a. TOP_FLYT3 over on Twitter. And now we're kind of in the doldrums a little bit. Got rookie minicamp coming up, so that ought to be fun. And then just trudge our way into training camp and then along into the season. But, I'll be here with you every step of the way and always looking forward to it. So, again, until the next one. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Hey, look who's back. There it is. Kyle the Coach Duggan in time for a Craig experience. Excuse me. Craig, another fantastic Craig experience breaking down those players. Like you said, folks, if you want to see the full breakdown, head on over to the Lightning Round. Our brothers from another podcast, they give the full breakdown. 2 hours is that's a long one. So yeah. I guess they get pretty in the weeds on that. But
if you like details, that's where you should
they got them for days.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, great breakdown on some of those players. I mean, the Jamari Caldwell, I think, is kind of exciting, just knowing that like we needed that help on the line, and to get a talent like that in the 3rd. It's going to be exciting to see this guy swimming through some of those tackles.
And everything I've seen of him at practice so far, they've had a couple cool clips of him practicing. He's quick. He's quick off the ball. He's got that quick twitch in the beginning that is a problem for those a little slower, a little more sluggish linemen.
Yeah, it was cool to listening to Jesse Minter had an interview on the Chargers podcast, and he talked about the idea that you saw him do a little bit of both things at the different colleges he went to. Like at Houston, he was that agile pocket passer or pocket pusher, as Craig called it. Right. That was more of a pass rusher, get around quick. Whereas at Oregon, he was more asked to be that eat up blocks, hold the line of scrimmage, don't get moved, stay square, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's you saw a little bit of both. Like he can do a little bit of everything. I'm hoping that he can grow into be an every down type of defensive lineman.
That would be fantastic to see. So, Craig, thank you, buddy, for another awesome Craig experience.
Thanks, Craig.
And now, folks, time to go on to the next segment. It is Ask Boltfam.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated. Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy. That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam. We start at the top with BTFU Chargers guy, baby. Who asked the question? Oh, my Chargers homies. Oh, baby. Can you guys hear me now? Why did Brandon Staley try to sabotage your guys' video, baby? Gosh damn, Brandon. Curse you, Staley. Oh, I got another wild question. Justin Herbert coming down the hill on a two-headed flamingo, flaming hot flamingo. Say that 5 times fast. With 2 miniguns on both sides of the flamingo. And behind him is 100 mini Brandon Staley's, baby, chasing after him versus Ben Herbert with an RP RPG on a lightning bolt coming down from the heavens. Oh, baby, let's go, Bolt. FTR, FTB, FTC. K, love you, bye, baby.
Holy shit.
That was a tongue twister there for me, but Herbert on a flaming hot two-headed flamingo, miniguns on either side.
Yes. Go on.
Sounds like something out of the book of Revelation. The second coming of Jesus.
You're going to hear the horns coming from the heavens.
With miniguns.
He's right next to the horse on his two-headed flamingo.
On 100 mini Brandon Staley's. How many are we talking here? Are we talking like fun size? Are we talking like bobblehead size?
Well, how big's the flamingo, too?
Valid question.
Could be a giant flamingo on regular size Staley's.
Holy shit.
Versus was it Ben Herbert on a lightning bolt RPG?
So all three of them are battling. Is that the dilemma here?
I assume which one is going to win.
I think Herbert's team up because they have the same name. So they're just
they fight all the little mini Staleys.
Battling all the mini Staleys.
I see. Yeah, I see.
It's like a Peaky Blinder. You don't know what's going on. They join up and deceive Staley.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Kyle. Right on the money.
Pull.
I like that.
Very good.
All right.
Good.
So the
Final answer.
The Herberts win. The Herberts take it.
I don't want these questions to die when the offseason dies. I don't want these to stop.
Keep them coming, please. BTFU Chargers guy, baby. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Mr. Pekar, who asked the question. Good afternoon, and I must say, life is great. I'm sorry that my draft introductions are just a smidge late. In round one, we selected a running back named Omarion Hampton to run the Chargers to the Super Bowl, securing his future in Canton. Round two, we selected the massive wideout Trey Harris, catching the defense with their pants down, crying and completely bare ass. Round three, we selected our new big boy, Jamari Caldwell, who's going to blow up offensive lines, destroying them with explosiveness like a massive bombshell. Round four, we got an SEC Defensive Player of the Year, so named Kyle Kennard. He is a beast who hits hard, making the offense lose yard after yard. In round five, we selected not one but two. Trading up in later rounds is now something that we do. First, we picked the burner Keandre Lambert-Smith, who has speed and separation. It's truly a massive gift. Next in round five was the tight end Gadsden the second. Contested catches in the end zone. He'll be a force to be reckoned. Now, into round six. Up first, O-lineman Branson Taylor, who will be locking up defenders. They're the cons, he's the jailer. Next in round six, NFL's legacy R.J. Mickens. The secondary is his coop, He's the rooster. They're the chickens. And now, last but not least, to be picked was the quarterback named Bridges. He's like a hungry rainbow trout, and the ball are his midges. Now, with all our weapons, our team will soon ignite. The Chargers' time is now. We will win and take flight. My question is in the form of an American haiku. Thank you, gentlemen, for this podcast and all that you do. Pick an actor now whose career we will replace. His works are now gone. FTR, BTFU, and K, love you, boy. Oh, boy. Mr. Pekar, you know we love poems around here, and that was a fantastic one of all of our new draft picks. Love that.
You're a lyrical poet, in case you didn't know it.
In case you didn't know it. But your American haiku baffles me. I don't know what this means.
Where is the question?
The question, pick an actor whose career we will replace. His works are now gone. So I guess
their movies just don't exist. You have to pick an actor where whatever movie they're in, it's no longer a movie.
So wouldn't I just pick like some guy who's been in one movie?
But it has to be to make the question fun. It has to be a little bit bigger name,
right? But I mean, but we'll replace. So wait, so does that mean replace like with us? Like we
with
take
no
them
one
out? Oh,
you stepped in.
Gone.
Replaced with nothing.
I'm saying
With a
Adam
void.
Woolley is Tom Cruise in the new Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, there we go.
I would love to see you hanging off a plane wing, beard flowing in the wind.
All Tom Cruise movies. He's Top Gun. He's everything.
Him sliding in the socks with just the shirt on.
Yeah.
All right.
That's our next Patreon. You got to recreate all the Tom Cruise movies. I need shirtless volleyball on the beach.
Oh, dude. I'll be your goose, Mav.
I think I have a feeling Peaky Blinders is going to take that and run with it very hard. I'm not telling you what to do, Peaky. I can see the gears are turning. All right. Well, there you go. Tom Cruise with Wool Dog. Final answer, Mr. Pekar. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Friar Bolt, who asked the question.
Rumors have it that the Chargers might play the Chiefs in Week 1 in Brazil. Also that the game will be streamed live on YouTube for free. Although we might know who will the Chargers play Week 1 by the time this comes out. How do you feel about a potential KC game Week 1?
Well, it has been made official. The Chargers are playing the Chiefs Week 1 in Brazil.
We talked about this a little earlier, but
we did. And,
how excited are we for this?
It is wild that it's a division game being played overseas. Like, this is an important game. All games are important. I'm not to try to take away from that, but a division game is much more important. And to do that overseas in another country where it's technically the Chargers' home game.
Yeah, that's what sucks. You take away our real home game against the Chiefs.
Right.
Well, they had the option of blocking, what teams they wouldn't play in Brazil, and the Chiefs weren't one of the teams they were willing to block. So I find it fascinating. I think it's, the fact that we're not playing them on a short week is awesome for me, because we always seem to be playing them on a short week. So, we got the next, 3 months to prepare for this game. So let's go get them.
Yeah. I mean, from an advantage standpoint, to just get them Week 1, no tape, no nothing, like just get them fresh hot off the press and just go. There has to be something said at least about that from a game winning perspective.
Yeah, and it seems like they never get hurt. Like, nobody on their team is ever out, so you might as well face them when you're both at full strength. It's more of a fair fight, and those old guys, they don't travel well. You guys know what it's like. Kevin knows what it's like traveling overseas.
I've been sore for 3 weeks since I flew over here.
I mean, their chairs and their options are probably a little bit nicer than what you had to fly over there, but still, the older bodies that the Kansas City Chiefs have, Travis Kelce might not go. He just might be like, I'll see you guys week 2.
I'll see you week 2, yeah. Well, I'm working with 2 Chiefs fans right now, and one of them came over today when the news came out, and he was like, dude, I don't want to play you guys in Sao Paulo. I don't want to play you in Brazil. I was like, why? He's like, well, I remember last year. He was like very intense about it. His name is Lance. He was like, last year, like a lot of guys got hurt on that grass. So I'm really worried because like we're like due for injuries because Patrick Mahomes, like he's been pretty consistent. He was like, we're due for injuries. I'm like, will you stop? Let's stop talking about injuries. Knock on wood, dude. Stop it. So there is some fear already stricken in some of these Chiefs fans, which is great news.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Mr. Bolt, Friar Bolt, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Tom Lytle, who asked the question.
Hello, my 3 crown jewels, right? The door was open and it's a little scary walking in. I hope all the licking is over from last week. As you read this, Wool Dog, I am in an all-inclusive 5-star hotel in Riviera Maya, Cancun. Faith, family, football, drinks, and free food, right? I will pull it down and get all the free drinks I can at poolside or at one of the 9 bars on site. Might even get a pick and a Chargers Chat t-shirt. Do it or die trying, right? Can't wait for the schedule to come out. I'll be in the sports bar for that, hoping for a good road trip, right? I can hear a song in the background. Or is it in my head? Shit, I don't know. Who cares, right? For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny. F Tom Brady, F Kermit the Frog, and the rest of the AFC, right? Attack each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Makes me think of the hot, fresh churro cart here at the resort, right? Hot fresh churro card makes me think of Kevin. Number 8, buddy, get it. I want to play as long as I can, then coach, then die. Don't let the powder blues fool you. I need to ask a question, right? Guys, what is each of your favorite Jim Harbaugh line? Right? Love you guys. Love your bye, and bolt up, bitches.
I like bolt up bitches. That's fun. That's
right?
fun. That's
dude. If Jim Harbaugh said "bolt up bitches," that would be my ringtone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, dude, have fun out there in Cancun.
Hell yeah.
My God.
I've been to Riviera Maya. I've actually recorded an episode from Riviera Maya.
Hey,
did you?
Yeah, what a small world.
I love it.
Yep. It's a good place. Go enjoy a Paloma for me.
Yeah. Paloma, a churro, and at least a drink from one of each bar. Please.
I'm glad I remind you of churros. I don't know if that's a good
Hot
or
churros.
bad thing, but I'll take
Stands, not just churros, the stand. Maybe you working at it?
Yeah. Or I just look like I eat a stand worth of churros. One or the other.
Well, the question, favorite Jim Harbaugh line. Favorite go-to.
I loved the one he had when he was talking. I forgot who he was talking to, but he was like, I love football guys. Football guys love me. And if you don't love football, I just try to get you to like football. That was one of my favorite lines.
That's a good one. I do love that one.
It wasn't like one of those like rah ones, but it was like him talking, like the players were talking about him talking about like he remembers the day he was born and like the dew on the window and the temperature outside.
It was snowing.
Like,
yeah.
So yeah, it's like I love this guy so much. He's totally lying, but I believe him so hard right now.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're bought in.
And I'm in.
Boy, it's hard to pick a favorite one. To me, just the attack each day with enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Like that is such a
tombstone quote.
Yeah. And it's also like it's not just football. You can apply it to anything that you do. Like if you're down in the dumps, just attack the day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. That gets you right out of the funk. So.
And he had it wasn't a saying, but he had a story that just happened. It's just quick, but he was doing an interview and he was talking about like, you know, his mom would cut the ham in half during like Thanksgiving or something like that. It was like one of the holidays. And he was like, why do you cut it in half? So she called her mom and she said, well, we cut it in half. That was just something my mom did. And then he called Harbaugh's grandma and she was like, we cut it in half because it wouldn't fit in the oven. So his idea was like, just because you've done it one way the whole time, there's not really a good reason for it. We got to mix it up. It's just like his analogies and his stories are crazy and they're hard to follow until the end. It's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's like, what happened? I love it.
All right. Well, there you go there, Mr. Lytle. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Athair Kadir.
Kadir.
Who asked the question? Judge and Chad and my lovely Bolt fam, I hope everyone's in good health and great spirit, especially my brothers Coach Kevin and Wolldog, baby. First, I got just a comment. Please, if you don't know it there by now, you are SOL big time, LOL, baby. I do. I love asking questions ahead of time. I do not wait till training camp to start. I love the smoke and the fire, baby. Now to my question, please. Training camp battle. Which one are you excited about, baby? Herbie and his new weapons versus Minter and his stingy secondary, or the interior O-line versus the defensive line, or C, pick your own, baby. I'm going with Herbie's weapons versus the secondary because you are not going to see that good a defense all season long, baby. We start as always with my lovely Coach Kyle, followed by my amazing friend Kevin, and we close it as always with my love, my heart, my baby, my life, Wolldog forever, baby. Chargers country, let's ride FTR always, LOL, baby.
A lot of extra emojis in this one too. I'm digging it.
He always sprinkles the emojis through these questions.
Emojis are awesome. Oh shit.
All right, starting with Coach Kyle. What is the battle you're looking forward to? Herbie and his new weapons versus Minger's stingy secondary, interior O-line versus defensive line, or some other one that has yet to be mentioned?
Yeah, I think it's the O-line, D-line, and it's not just interior. I think the whole thing. I think when you watch the battles at camp, it's fun to see proven guys against unproven, so you can kind of see what you got. Right. I'm really interested in Kyle Kennard against our our offensive tackles. The guy was a stud, and he was so big and so much strong, but seemed like so much stronger than everyone on the field. It'll be fun to see how that translates. Because I remember loving watching like Joey Bosa against Rashawn Slater in his rookie season. Everyone's like, yeah, he shut him down. It was awesome. So I think that the whole O-line, D-line battle, especially because that's what we're built on. Like that's what has to get better and is like the glue to our team. So I'm excited for the O-line, D-line camp battle.
Love it. Kevin, any different feelings?
I'm going to go with Herbert and the wide receivers versus the secondary. I think just the improvement we wanted to see on offense last year is that for me is wanting to see him have some weapons and them to be consistent. So, and I'm really curious how we have a younger secondary right now. So how those cornerbacks hold up against these guys, how our wide receivers battle them. I think they're just going to sharpen the iron on that one.
Very good. Yeah, I think Herbie and the new weapons versus Minter secondary. I think you hit it on the head there, Thayer. Like, that's going to be one of the toughest defenses that he's going to have to play against. So getting his weapons and himself prepared for the season, the new weapons especially, and figuring out everything that needs to fall into place, how they're all going to be utilized, I think is going to be so much more. It's going to be exciting. Everything's going to be exciting, really, at this point, everything. So, but I think that one is going to be the one that's going to be most fun to look forward to. So there you go. Mr. Kadir, thank you, buddy.
Bring that fire, baby.
Yes. Thank you for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis, who asked the question. Listen up, soldiers. This is a big fucking week. I'm talking like massive, jumbo, jump for the stars, and even scream to the masses kind of week. It's motherfucking schedule release week, cadets. Let's fucking go. My first question is directed to you, coach. Out of all the current home opponents for the 2025, who is the number one team you want to see in Brazil? I know the Chiefs would be cool, but I would prefer to beat them at SoFi where I can watch the Chief fans cry in person. My next question is directed to you, Kev. Out of all the away team opponents we have planned for 2025, who is the one team you want to visit the most? Now take that team, channel your motherfucking brain, and meditate like a monk on crack, because I'll see you there, soldier. We can sit down front row right by the Chargers tunnel and shit up. And my last question is directed to you, Wolldog. You also better be meditating like a monk on crack, because I'm going to see your ass there too. I'm already forecasting us ripping our pants off and screaming, suck my butt. You in or what, soldier? Now on to my real question. How many sacks will Kyle Kennard get in 2025? I'm so fucking pumped for the schedule release. The Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys, and suck my butt. All right, Mr. Francis, thank you for taking us out.
I love it.
So many good questions. As always, starting with you, Coach. Out of all the current home opponents, what's the number one team you want to see in Brazil? Well, now we know it's going to be the Chiefs. But if it wasn't the Chiefs, is there a team you would have rather have seen?
No, the more I think about it, we haven't had much success against the Chiefs at SoFi Stadium. So let's switch it up. No, I don't think we've beaten them in SoFi yet. So let's just go a couple thousand miles away and give it a shot there.
You know, that's a valid point. Valid point, sir.
Yeah. Get things started on a hot note, too. Like, if you can start the season with the win against the Chiefs, it's going to feel good for moving forward.
Absolutely.
Imagine that 11-hour plane ride home. That's going to be awesome. The amount of time they're going to be able to study for the next week when the 11 hours they're flying. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Good point, dude.
Dude, I know.
And they play Friday night, right?
They get a lot of
Friday night game.
Get 2 extra days.
All right, Kev. What's the one out of all the away team opponents? Who is the one team you want to visit the most?
I really want to go to Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas yet. I want to go to that giant Roomba shithole thing, but it looks cool from the outside. I've been on the outside. I would just love to go in there and watch the Chargers beat up the Raiders. That'd be fun, especially now with Pete Carroll. That'll be just sick. There's a lot I want to go to, but I think that's the one where I think it would be the most fun to take my boys.
Oh yeah,
your boys mean
I don't mean my children. I mean you guys.
I was gonna say.
I was like, don't take your sons to that game.
Sorry, my boys.
I want to take 4 underage boys to Vegas. Let's go, guys.
Load up.
All right, and I mean, Yeah, that would be definitely a fun one to go to. As far as how many sacks Kyle Kennard's going to get, I mean, he have like 11 and a half in this last season. I think he led the SEC, and which was.
But he is going to be behind Thule and Khalil, so he's kind of that alternate guy.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm going to say 5.
Ooh. Nice. That's a shockingly conservative pick from you.
I
thought you were going to say 12.
Well, you talked to me off the ledge when you're like, well, he's sitting behind.
I know. I was trying to help you because I saw 12 rolling around in your brain.
Saw those eyeballs rolling up 12.
Yeah.
I think 5 would be amazing. I think, honestly.
5 is a good rookie season. Yeah.
For a guy that's going to be, a rookie coming in and not necessarily, potentially not being the starter. I think 5 would be solid. So there you go, Mr. Francis. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions in Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. Start buying tickets, folks. Get your flights, get your hotels, get everything situated because it's going to be time for Chargers football here pretty dang soon. So I think that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
Let's schedule this. Let's book the flights. Let's figure this shit out right now. I'm so excited.
All right. All right, folks. There you go. That's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Looking for ham but don't want to feel too successful? Then come on down to Mama Harbaugh's Half Cut Ham. The only ham shop that says, half's enough. Whether you're feeding a small family or just emotionally unavailable, our hams are sliced with love, sass, and a bandsaw approved by 3 out of 5 Harbaughs. Whole hams are for show-offs. Half-cut hams are for real folks with real problems and maybe a small oven. Mama Harbaugh's Half-Cut Ham. You bring the rolls, we'll bring half the pig.